He tried to warn us. Let's find out, did he? All right.
Hey guys, this is James Franco. Me, really James Franco. I'm here at my house. I'm not promoting anything, okay? I'm making this
He looks dirty
because all right, some serious shit's going on, okay? And look here. This is real, okay? I'm real. It's me.
I'm
not
real.
AI, not anything, okay? Could AI James do this? No, could not write this. This is me. Okay. For those who know, all right? Some serious stuff going on. That's why I'm contacting you. That's why I'm doing this. Okay? I know I'm maybe seem crazy. Like what's going on? What's the gimmick? No. This is real.
This is my way back into movies.
I can't say too much right now. I just need you to follow me. Then I'll know who's down. And I'm gonna show you some crazy stuff, okay? Just follow me. I'm gonna show you.
Now, my wife and I spent an afternoon watching all the little videos. They'd had a compilation of this. And I'm going to tell you, on some of these videos, it seems authentic. Others, not so much, especially from a professional actor. I don't know, but it seems to me throughout them all, I don't know how much of them they're going to show, but I know there's one in particular about something he sees in the garage. And the way he's talking about stuff, I think he saw something. I don't think it's an alien or whatever. I think it was a demon.
That's it. That's my garage.
Here we go.
Where I paint.
This is it.
I was going out there. It was night. I was going to do night painting. And I go inside. And before I even turned the light on, I heard something. And I thought it was an animal or something like that. And it wasn't. It was not. It was not a raccoon, squirrel. It was not possum. No. I saw hand. I saw eyes. I saw glowing eyes and hand. I don't know how many fingers, but hand and speaking. I don't know, something coming out of saying things, hand. That was it.
What was it saying, James?
I've not gone back in there, but I'm gonna go. I am gonna go, and I'm gonna show you, so they don't, you don't think I'm making it up. I'm gonna show you, but that's why I'm making these videos. So there's evidence, proof, and we're gonna get it all. And I'm gonna post it, live forever on the internet.
Steven Spielberg has spent over 50 years shaping how America imagines fear and wonder and technology and government and the unknown. He is the chief storyteller of the modern age.
He's the Mark Twain of our era.
Spielberg retires and then suddenly returns for a movie called Disclosure Day, right as Washington is openly discussing UFOs and non-human intelligence, people begin asking questions, and this is normal, okay? Wait a minute. Is this something bigger? I want to make it really clear. I'm excited for the movie because I think it's going to be a great blockbuster. I don't think Steven Spielberg is secretly working with aliens. I don't think the government is littered with aliens and lizard people, although you could make a pretty strong case just based on their behavior. And if aliens had traveled all across galaxies only to land in Los Angeles first, those aliens deserve what happens to them. Here's what I am saying. Governments have always worked with storytellers to shape public opinion. Always. This is not new. Kings did it. Churches did it. Governments did it. Hollywood just perfected it because stories move people faster than facts. That's why the Pentagon has worked with Hollywood for decades. You want fighter jets in your movies? Great. Aircraft carriers, military advisors, government gets input on the script. That's public record. During World War II, Hollywood openly produced propaganda films for the U.S. government. In fact, the Disney studios, Walt said that one morning he walked in only to find that his entire Walt Disney Studios had been populated with the U.S. government and the military. And all of a sudden, he was done making the movies he wanted to make. But this isn't just old-timey history. Obama's White House worked with television writers during Obamacare to weave healthcare messaging into popular shows. Okay, they admitted publicly, they admitted it. That's propaganda from the government. Why? Because for some reason, we trust fictional characters more than we trust politicians. It's sad, but it's true.
Turning now to this, the Pentagon releasing a third batch of declassified UAP files, adding to a growing archive of documents, videos, and witness accounts involving unexplained sightings. For more, we're going to bring in Ryan Graves.
Looks like flares, but going the wrong way.
F-18 pilot and UAP whistleblower. Ryan, I want to start with this. This is one of the newest videos that's released. We're showing our viewers by the War Department. It was shot with an iPhone 14 Pro Max last July, 9 o'clock at night, somewhere in the northeastern United States. Witnesses saw two identical red spheres. The center of both looked like white plasma suns the size of a basketball. The FBI says the people who called this in are credible. What do you think we're looking at here?
Yeah, hey, Peter, thanks for having me on. Good morning. Well, you know, this is a case that actually came to Americans for Safe Aerospace, my nonprofit, first. We assessed the information. In fact, I was local to this particular witness and actually visited them in person. And eventually, with the witness's permission, we did refer it to a working group within the FBI who was able to look in to see if there was any national security or aviation safety issues with this particular case. And there are facilities, such as a Space Force facility, that is in the vicinity. So, you know, just because this is a civilian in their backyard perhaps seeing something doesn't mean it doesn't have wider implications. And perhaps to directly answer your question, what is it? Well, we don't know still. These objects were at low altitudes. They were operating independently. There's no way to correlate it with known air traffic or any type of balloon operations. And we're left really with questions about what it is. But what's fascinating is seeing this report is we can see that the FBI and other groups have been taking the time to investigate these. It's not just Ryan or Safe Aerospace telling you this has been a problem now. It's the government telling you that we are identifying a problem here.
And Ryan, we've got this other description from the new drop. Nobody had a phone camera for this one, but the witnesses are a former U.S. Army intel officer and 4 members of his unit. They were out, this is an artist's rendering. They were out in Colorado in 2022. They saw a potato-shaped object that stayed perfectly still while panels on it shifted in slow waves. It was not casting a shadow, and then it just disappeared. Why does it seem like so many of these sightings, including the ones that you have testified to Congress about, are above military installations? Is it just because people in the military know what to look for, or are the UAPs just more interested in our fighting stuff?
Well, we often consider that military bases often have more sensor systems, or at least we assume that they do. But in this particular case, this very large object that was seen by several witnesses with their own eyeballs, that doesn't account for the perhaps sensors they have in that area. So there are many cases that we've received that appears to indicate that these are interested in military bases, not just perusing on the sky, but actually dipping in at lower altitudes to try to take a look. You don't have to necessarily believe in aliens to understand that that's a problem for our national security.
And do you think the public is ever going to be satisfied with just images and videos of UAP? Or do they need to see like a walking, talking alien from another planet to put the pieces together?
Well, I think that's really, you know, an uncertainty. I think that with enough information, you can, you know, come to a belief system or to an understanding based off of that large amount of data that's out there. Within our organization, we've collected over 1,000 reports, and we see the patterns. We recognize different signals that we see across whether they're a trained professional or whether they're someone in their backyard. And you know, whether that data is going to be enough for every person, I don't know. But when you do have these encounters or these experiences, it does often very much change that individual's perspective on the situation.
Switching it up.